Hi Libra, welcome to your reading for March 2023. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Those intuitively guided. Those who may be just checking up on a Libra's energy, and if that's the case, you'll probably receive messages yourself. Remember, your spirit guides know. Your spirit guides know what it is you're seeking. Let's put it that way, and are always sending you signs. But anyway, just real quick, for those who don't know, my channel was hijacked at the end of January, and it literally took me a month to get my channel back. So, you know, some of you think I just left. I wouldn't do that without some type of notice. Though I have learned not to put all my eggs in one basket, because that was quite devastating. It was like someone locked the front door to my business. They wouldn't give me the key back. So anyways, what I did is I jumped on my daughter's channel, Jenny Love Tarot, and I did all your February readings are over there for you, and a couple other specials. I think I did pick a card, I think, is over there that, I don't know, it just kind of blew me away. Every pal had a soulmate in it. So anyways, if you're interested in those readings, it's Jenny Love Tarot. And you can even type Jenny Love Tarot with Archangel Guidance, because she added my name. So that helps some of you find me. But anyways, my channel's back. We're back into business. So let's get into your reading. We're going to use 3 different decks. We're going to use our Mother Mary, of course, our Oracle, Words of Wisdom. We're going to clarify with the Gilded Tarot, and we're going to use the Psychic Tarot for your main spread. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. You know, I'm a big believer that time is fluid, so I was just thinking, like, your February reading, yeah, February's over. But that doesn't mean that there won't be messages in there for you. You know, that's just how I feel like my readings go. Like, they're fluid. Whenever they find you, or whenever you find it, it's just the right time. Okay. Wow. First of all, I'm going to give a shout out to a few Libras in my life. My nephew, Sean, is September 24th. My beautiful granddaughter, Lily, is the 14th. And my sister was the 15th. She's crossed over. That's Sean's mom. Many of you know. Because we feel her in the reading all the time. At least I do. So anyways, a lot of Libra love I have. Alright, we have 2 cards. Sobriety. Sobriety. My clear mind is easily able to focus and concentrate. My clear mind is easily able to focus and concentrate. And then we got patience. Patience in Mother Mary's deck reminds me of temperance. I trust in divine timing. I trust in divine timing. You know, if it's asking you to trust in divine timing, then also trust in the signs. You know, because the signs, I don't know why, I'm just picking up that the signs are going to be plentiful for you for the month and moving forward. Okay, we'll read those at the end from the book. But let's go ahead and bring in the tarot portion. Everything's pre-shuffled, just so you know. For anybody who's new. If you're new, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome. Okay, let's go ahead and shuffle for your cards. Wow. Rejoice in celebration. Rejoice. This is the 3 cups. You know, it's funny because you have sobriety over here, but then you have the energy of rejoicing, you know. For some of you, it may just simply say, be careful that you're not over celebrating something. But I feel like this is giving you something to celebrate, though. So let's see. Rejoice in celebration. I often feel like in the Three of Cups, who I'm celebrating with are the people who are closest to me. So that normally to me means it's something pretty special. But let's see. Okay, we have the universe. That makes sense. We're entering in a new portal, 2023. 2023 is a very spiritual year. And that's what the world really speaks of. It's, I feel like the world shows when you're ready to enter into this portal, which means that you don't know all about your spirituality, but you're learning, right? That's what it's all about. We're constantly learning and becoming wiser as we do. So I feel like this is saying that you're ready for it. So something new opening up. Interesting too, 21, which is a 3, and then you have a 3 right next to it. Some of you may be associated with a 33 in some way. We have truth. And then we have suffering in silence, which is the 9 of Swords. Interesting, because it is mirrored by the 3 of Cups. And first of all, let me bring the lid down a little bit. So this 9 of Swords is really about, the meaning of the card is unnecessary worry. It's the type of worry where I can isolate myself. Some of you may have given up drinking, and your worry may be that you're going to pick it back up again. Well, let's keep going. I just find it interesting because this card is sitting right next to truth. And suffering in silence, again, the 9 of Swords is a 9. A 9 always is asking for some type of reflection, and it is the final reflection. So I want to look at, where is my worry and why do I have this worry? It can be something that, like, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for, because you do have patience, right? And I trust in divine timing. And I feel like, what that normally means is, let's just say the 9 of Swords is the energy you're carrying around right now. It's really hard to then see a blessing come your way, or a reward, or whatever name you want to give it, signs, because, I'm going to overthink it in this 9 of Swords. I'm going to overthink it. We have the High Priestess, your intuition. That's the energy you want to trust. And then we have foundation and achievements. Foundation and achievements. This is the 4 of Pentacles coming under the universe. Some of you, I wouldn't be surprised if you're something's entering your life, like potentially a new job, something that's really helping you to secure your foundation. I feel some of you may be buying a home. Doesn't have to be in the month of March, though. We do have a 3 as our very first number. Interesting. Just put those two together, like March 21st. So I feel like something's coming your way. I have a feeling you feel it, but it feels like you're worried about it. It feels like it's something that's coming in to help strengthen your foundation, whatever, it doesn't have to be a physical foundation. It could just be you. But the intuition is right next to it. So if I'm worried about what's ever coming in, I know I keep saying whatever's coming in, I feel like I just got to trust. I got to trust my gut. And try not to overthink it. Just keep going. See what comes under truth. Wow, these cards. Okay. That one went a little crazy. Choose wisely. 7 of Cups. Choose wisely. Interesting how it feels like there's a blessing, but then there's confusion around it. Seven of Cups is trying to make a decision where, chaos used to live, let's just say. I feel like some of you just have to believe in yourselves as it relates to making a choice or a decision. Again, don't overthink it. Trust your intuition. We have memories of love. Memories of love. Coming below, it's interesting because it's coming below the Nine of Swords, which is, I'm not really thinking of memories of love, or I'm not looking at it in a positive way, let's just say. We have obstacles and challenges. We have stand your ground. Let me move these up a little bit. I wasn't going to take this many cards, but three, 3, 7, 7. We have the devil, temptation. Card of Capricorn, by the way. So we have your card on the table. All right, we have the Empress. And with the Empress, we have the waiting game. And then we have deception and envy. Interesting. Seven of Swords. Interesting. And let's just see what's at the bottom of the deck real quick. The Ace of Wands. Okay, so here we go. Here is what ignites everything. The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles. Prosperity begins. The Ace of Pentacles it talks about something that's coming into your physical world to help expand it. I do feel like there's a worry over it, almost like, listen, it could be like, it's like getting a gig, like I quit drinking and then I get a gig that's like where there's just alcohol all around me. I got to be careful not to be pulled back into it, right? Especially with temptation right here, and then the Seven of Cups right above that. But I have to tell you, I feel like in the same breath, what was I going to say? I don't even know what I was going to say. So over here, the waiting game, right? Well, we have patience, right? I trust in divine timing. But then we have the Seven of Swords attached to that. Seven of Swords is like the thief in the night. This is untrustworthy energy. But I don't feel like this is about, I feel like this is someone outside of yourself, because I feel like this ace is meant to reach you, and it's meant to give you a reason to celebrate, and it is opening up a new chapter in your life. Not only is it opening up a new chapter, but it may truly give you an opportunity to feel more grounded than maybe you've ever felt before. We have your intuition mirroring this memories of love, which is the Six of Cups. This is happy thoughts, treasured memories. And then we have the Empress right below that. I feel like some of you may have even, I know my nephew just had a baby. And that's kind of what it feels like. Some of you may have had a baby, and it's like maybe the worry was there, like, oh my God, I'm so worried about this. But then the baby arrives and it's just like pure love. And I'm just using a baby for an example. It can be anything, but it just feels like, you know, until it arrives in my arms or into, and that's what the Ace of Pentacles is about. Something that's coming into your physical world, meant to expand your life. But maybe until it comes in, I'm worried about it. You know what I mean? I'm somewhat worried about it. Now, the Seven of Swords should tell me why, right? This just means, like, in your past that there has been some type of energy that really is untrustworthy. We have the Empress mirroring the Five of Swords. So let's talk about that real quick before we get into the clarifiers. Because this Five of Swords, I have a feeling, may move back into the Seven of Swords. So the Empress. And the Empress is really, you know, if you look at the four corners, you have rejoice and celebration, then you have the Empress. So this is giving the Empress the chance to celebrate, right? This is because the Empress has moved, well, let's just say that she's moved into her Empress energy. And then you have the Nine of Swords is mirrored by the Five of Swords. You know, so a lot of mental type energy. Again, I don't feel like you're meant to, like, overthink this, over worry. Again, unnecessary worry. Trust in divine timing. Okay, well, let's get into the clarifiers, though, because I'm going to see more. You know, I also want to say, I just feel like that for some, this can also be relating to love. And it can be talking about, like, someone old and someone new. And I feel like if it's someone old, it's someone that, chances are, didn't treat me right. Didn't treat me quite right. And listen, maybe I already left. But now it kind of like puts a black mark for anyone new. It's like I'm automatically giving them that black mark, you know, a strike against them even before they open their mouth. So that's definitely energy I want to look at. You know, I want to try to clear it if I can. You can. I shouldn't say if you can. Because, you know, especially with the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords talks about toxicity. And then the Seven of Wands next to that, standing your ground. Right? So it's not giving in. Don't give in. Right? Don't give in, especially with temptation right next to it. Like, don't give in to those lower vibrational type energies. The Empress has really learned through her experiences. And I have to say the Empress is also very loving and nurturing, especially with the memories of love right above her. Almost like, you know, I could have been with someone who, I want to say a little narcissistic, but I don't know if you can be a little. But this may speak about, like, someone up. You know, it's interesting because I feel like maybe someone of the past, but I feel like there is someone who is untrustworthy. But you would already know this. This is not anything I'm revealing. You would already know that. All right. And I feel like because of that, it may have taken your mind back to someone, you know, of an earlier time. We have the Ace of Swords. Well, there it is. There it is. So you have the Ace of Pentacles. Says, I'm coming into your world. I'm going to help expand it. Now we have the Ace of Swords. So this could be some type of communication that comes in towards you. You know, it's interesting because we have truth here. And I often feel like the Ace of Swords is also the truth. You know, it's like my yes card. But I do feel like some type of communication's coming towards you. And it's giving you a reason to celebrate. So, well, hello, Sun. Beautiful. You know, when the sun comes into your reading, it's like a brand new day. It's, you know, nothing can hide in the sun's energy. So that Nine of Swords energy, you know, where it's like unnecessary worry or excessive worry type energy, but it doesn't get me anywhere, right? It's usually things that are out of my control or things that have already happened. And what I want to do, why I want to reflect upon it, is because I don't want to allow people who, you know, lived in the Seven of Swords energy or the Five of Swords energy, again, deception and envy, obstacles and challenges. I don't want that energy to affect my present or my future. So the sun's like, we're going to illuminate everything for you. There's nowhere for the shadow to hide when the sun comes out. It's also a card of Leo. It's a ruler of Leo, I should say. I often feel like in the sun's energy, it's like, you know, brand new day, feeling like a kid again. It's a feeling of freedom. And I don't necessarily mean freedom from other people. I just mean, I feel free. Well, hello, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. So, 2 aces, right? Ace of Pentacles says something's coming into your physical world. Ace of Swords says it may come through the line of communication. The Knight of Cups tells you that something's coming towards you that's really unexpected. But it's some type of cup of fulfillment. Something that should make your heart sing. I can't really plan. Well, I got to stop saying I can't plan it. I can't plan, you know, if it's speaking of love, you can't really plan it. But I have a feeling, and it doesn't even have to be love. It's like something that comes in that wants to fulfill you. It's like your life wants like a new beginning, like maybe just an area of your life. And I feel like if that's the case, then you have this new avenue opening up to you that feels like, it feels very joyous. Okay. 10 of Pentacles, hello. Wow, that's a house of abundance. Maybe some of you are worried, like, can I supply, you know, can I be the leader of the home? Can I supply the pentacles? Almost like you're receiving some type of job offer that I feel like, even if there's a little worry, I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of joy at the same time. And then we have the Death card. Card Scorpio, but it's a card of endings. But these endings are for a reason. It's because something in your life wants to have a rebirth. And it can't happen until one door is closed. I mean, let's think about that. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the potential of really an abundant house. And then you have the Knight of Cups coming towards that. So with all these aces and the sun all moving towards that 10 of Pentacles, this just feels like a time period where you're on fire as it relates to opportunities, let's just say. So the Death card just says, you know, look at your life, look at what needs to go, what's no longer serving you. And sometimes it just be a thought system, like, you know, like I've been carrying, because of this 7 of Swords energy, someone who is untrustworthy, it just stayed with me. I've got to learn to clear that, because if I don't, it's going to land in the 9 of Swords. In the 9 of Swords, the only thing I worry about that is my potential of missing an opportunity due to fear. Death card says, no, 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 my dear. Put an end to that. There's no room for the 7 of Swords or the 5 of Swords or the 9 of Swords with all this beautiful energy up here. Some of you could literally be hearing from a Scorpio or a Leo. Look at this. We have the Empress again. You know, some of you may have a single household. You may be the Empress. You may be the mother. And you may be worried, like, can I financially take care of my family? This is saying yes. And actually, it's saying more than that. You know, it's saying, like, success. Success. You know, the Empress over the Four of Pentacles. Your foundation. It's like that's what we're reaching for, is the Empress's energy. So the Empress's energy, remember, she's been through it, right? She's been through these Seven of Swords. She's been through these Five Swords, right? She's had toxic energy around her. She's fallen, right? But she's gotten back up again. And I feel like when I start to bring in my spirituality, and I start to realize that I'm so much stronger than what I thought, I feel like the energy just starts flowing. Remember, the Empress, loving and nurturing, powerful and strong, creative. She is receiving inspired epiphanies, putting these epiphanies to work. You got the ball, now put it to use. You got the ball, now put it to use. Some of you, I feel like you have a mother who is Strength card again, who's also your guide, one of your guides. Strength card. You know, listen, I feel like some of you have overcome something, and I feel like it's something within yourselves. Some of you, it's drinking. You know, it's staying sober. And, you know, I just feel like the Strength card talks about the balance within, right? The balance within, and she's looking right at the Empress. You know, there's that lion, and a lot of times you'll see the Empress like half woman, half lion. You know, I can tame the beast within myself. Some of you, I cannot help but think you have a Leo coming towards you. I mean, it's just surrounding this Knight of Cups. Let's keep going. All right, we have the Four of Cups. And then we have the Eight of Swords. All right. Four Cups, coming over memories of love. The Six of Cups. So, you know, maybe I'm fantasizing, but I'm not doing anything about it. The Four of Cups tells you to use your spiritual discernment as it relates to any decisions. This person has a cup being shown right to them. Will they take it? You know, it's coming from the Knight, because that Knight is a promise of a cup of fulfillment. Just so happens to take you also into the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you, I just feel like it is a great job opportunity that's coming your way. It's something artistic, you know, creative that's opening up for you. Don't be afraid. Like, I feel like try to say yes. Try to say yes, you know, but be true to yourself at the same time. What am I looking at? Four Cups can be the energy of inactivity. So I may fantasize about this, but I'm not really doing anything about it. And I'm saying that because it's also mirrored by the Death card. Death card is asking you to close a door so the new door can open. And then we have the Eight of Swords. I feel like we're like going back and forth a little bit, because I feel like maybe we have two different mindsets here. One who is really in that Nine of Swords. Well, the Eight of Swords is a self-created prison. Like literally, it's a self-created prison. Now, it's telling us why this prison was created. because of the Five of Swords, because of toxic energy. Whether that be people, substance, whatever it may be, right? It became toxic to you, to your vibration, to all that you can be and all that you can create. That's why we have to look at the swords, because it's like there just feels like there are blessings coming your way. And listen, you deserve them, no doubt. This is the only thing I worry about with the 8 and the 9 of Swords now over that 5 of Swords. Again, energy outside of myself, even though we do want to remember some of it may be within. 5 speaks of change, right? It wants you to make a change for the better. 8 of Swords, I'm probably not going to do it though. Death card is saying you got to let those walls down. You got to let those walls down so our blessings can reach you. Seven of Cups coming over the 7 of Wands. 777. Spiritual. We're in a universal year 7. Standing your ground, but with uncertainty. Sometimes I think, do we stand our ground to a fault? Right? Because let's say with deception and envy here, and then suffering and silence, and obstacles and challenges, but the Death card is saying this is the energy that wants to leave, right? What wants to come in is of the light. It's showing us that it is of the light. So I feel like sometimes is standing my ground become more important than just allowing myself to have a new beginning. The sun's illuminating these 7 cups. So I feel like, again, with the sun, your intuition, any decisions that you make should be, I don't want to say easy. Listen, this is a time to ask for guidance. Send me the signs. That's what these are. These are signs. Send me the signs so I can clearly understand them. If I feel that I'm in the 9 of Swords energy, again, excess worry, help me to overcome this worry, to see what's causing it. I already know what's causing it, but you have to know that. All right. We have the 8 of Wands. So I made a decision before I started my reading, just so anybody who's new, I make a choice in the beginning whether I'm going to do reversals or not. And I made a choice not to do reversals in this reading. But it doesn't mean I don't still look at it, because it did come in reverse. This is fast-moving energy. This is also what I think about, I bring about. Coming right over temptation. Again, can be Capricorn. It is the card of Capricorn. It's funny because I'm in the process of making a few decks of my own. And I promised Capricorn that I'm going to give you a new name. I just am. I don't know if it's against the tarot rules or not. But I don't care. 8 of Wands. Listen, I can look at this 2 ways, because in the 8 of Wands, I feel like many times it's what I think about, I bring about. What I think about, I bring about. It's the intentions I put out there, and then that's what's going to come back to me, right? My vibrational energy is going to be matched. That's the law of attraction. It just is. So, in this energy, if I'm in the 8 of Swords, what am I thinking about? Well, untrustworthy energy, all the toxicity I've had to deal with, all the pain, right? And it's where I get myself stuck. Because in this energy, listen, what I think about, I bring about. If I expect bad things to happen, dang it, then they do. But if I expect good things to happen, well, then they do. Now, I know it's not overnight energy, but it is the truth. Like, your intention that you put out into the universe is 9/10 of the law of what's going to come back to you. You know, and if there's someone that like has lived in my heart, and if this is talking about the potential of, you know, maybe someone I'm going to love, then I definitely want to think about my energy, right? I don't want to be in that Nine of Swords. You know, this Knight of Cups is looking right over at the Ten of Pentacles. I don't know. I just feel like, first of all, let's talk about that, because let's say this is a person coming your way. Ten of Pentacles would represent to me loyalty. Seven of Swords is the opposite. Seven of Pentacles represents to me stability. The Five of Swords, the opposite. Ten of Pentacles is abundance. It's the ability to truly not just take care of you, but take care of your whole family. It can also represent businesses that not just take root, but then can go from generation to generation. You know, like a family-owned type business. You know, if I use my nephew, for example, he's a singer. Well, he's much more than that. He's an artist, or musician, I should say, and an artist, because he plays instruments and everything. So I kind of feel like, you know, who knows, maybe his son will follow in his footsteps. That's the kind of energy I'm talking about. All right. Come on, Two of Cups. So that Knight of Cups said, I'm bringing something in for you to celebrate. The Sun said, you have nothing to fear because everything will be illuminated. If there's any shadow, there are no shadows because they have nowhere to hide. Two Cups is a soulmate energy. I mean, I love the image on this one because they're looking eye to eye, equal. Coming right over the Empress. Some of you, I want to go back to where I said, I feel like you may have had a child. Your soulmate. But it is mirrored by this Eight of Swords. Okay. Before I go, I want to look at a few different things. I want to look at the Ace of Swords. Actually, what I want to do, so I want to bring out a different deck. Let's give it a couple shuffles. I want to look at the Ace of Swords a little bit more. Look at that. The Ace, under the Ace of Pentacles, is the Ace of Wands. Passion ignited. Advanced motion. Look at that. Under that is the Eight of Swords. It's almost like we're looking, and then the Two of Cups. Interesting. It's like the Ace of Wands is kind of hidden under that under the Ace of Pentacles. Listen, if this speaks for love for some of you, and you have a hard time trusting, I feel like the passion's going to hit you. Like it's just going to hit you in a good way. All right, but I want to look more at this Ace of Swords, keeping all these aces here in mind. Tell us more. Tell me more. Tell me more. We have the Moon, card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. Interesting, we have the Sun and the moon now. We have the Queen of Cups. Could certainly be a Scorpio for some of you, with Death card right below that. But this can be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Doesn't have to be any of that. But then you do have the moon right above that. So, it's funny because there you go. All the water signs are represented right in this little corner. And then look at this. You have the Ten of Pentacles again. So I'm looking at this ace. And I'm looking at this ace, and I want to know what it's, what does it mean? What is it bringing? Well, again, the Ten of Pentacles. It's like the phone rings. I answer the phone. Maybe it's someone from my past, and maybe it's someone that, when I think about, my heart flutters. But the first thing I think of when they call is like, shit. And I feel like the passion's been ignited. But I do feel a little bit of fear. But then the sun is right there to say, don't fear, right? Because again, illumination. So even the moon's energy, the sun's out. It's like the moon, when you ever see the moon during the day, it's kind of what it feels like they're both in harmony. Whatever this is, it is bringing you again to the Ten of Pentacles. My gosh, that is truly the house of abundance. Okay. I get it. Let's go over to this Knight of Cups, into the Ten of Cups, with the Ten of Cups over the Nine of Swords, and the Four of Cups under that. So I feel like I have two ways of going here. I'll either say yes to this cup, or I'll shut it down. We have the Knight of Swords. Interesting, two knights. So I feel like this is definitely clarifying for us how this knight might come in through communication, some form of communication. Again, it could be a telephone call, an email, and a social media post. But wherever, however it comes in, then it grows very quickly. We have the Devil again, card of Capricorn. And then here is the Ace. Come on. So the Ace has jumped from the bottom right to the Ten of Pentacles. Remember, that's what we're looking at right now. The Knight of Cups into the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you, this is a Capricorn. I feel like we have all signs represented here. So if we can just forget about the signs. Listen, I may have to take this ace from the ace standpoint point of view and create the Ten of Pentacles with it. But with the Empress here twice, I know you can. Because it doesn't matter if you're male or female. The Empress is about, it's her energy, and she's learned to trust energy. She moves according to her energy, right? Especially with the High Priestess right next to her. So receiving epiphanies, like a phone call comes in and it ignites the mind, right? Passion begins, whether it be for a project, a job, or a love. Whatever it's covering, it's saying that you can take it from the Ace and make it the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you, I feel like this Ace to the 10 happens very quickly. And I don't say that very often. I usually tell you take baby steps. But here, I feel like it's something that moves very quickly. If I'm using this ace to, if I accept it, and I use it to expand my world, and I don't overthink it, it's saying, sweetie, you're going to have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, let's come down and let's look at the Two of Cups over the Empress. Come on. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. So not only do you have the 10 of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, now you have the 10 of Cups connected to the Two of Cups. I want to live in this household. This is a household that has the potential, let's say it hasn't begun yet. This is a household that just feels like not only is it the house is filled with love, it's an abundant house also. Like we have what we need. Maybe we have more than what we need. And if that's the case, what would the Empress do? She would give. Two of Cups with the 10 of Cups. Wow. I don't even know if I want to clarify anything else. Let's look at the Eight of Swords. Because this is really the energy that we need to clear. Because again, this is a self-created prison. And a lot of times it does mean that we are blocking these aces. Now, it doesn't mean they won't come back around, but, you know, why not catch it the first time? All right, we have the Knight of Wands. I feel like you're afraid of this passion. Like, I don't want to feel this passion again, but here it is. You know, the Knight of Wands is going to bring in that passion and energy. We have the Ace of Wands right there, right? And even though she's got a blindfold on, she's got this wall around her. This is energy, so it can get. I feel like it will get through that wall. It will, like, you know, that blindfold won't do her any good because this is going to be passionate and it's energy. Now, I can still say no. But I feel like it's just saying it's going to be hard. Look at that. We have the Five of Swords. And look at that. We have the 10 of Swords. So interesting how I said I wasn't going to do reversals, right? Well, the Five of Swords came in reverse. The 10 of Swords came in the upright. All right. I feel like very quickly this is saying something to you. Because we have the 9 of Swords. And then the 8 of Swords, right? A self-created prison. The Five of Swords, which is exactly what the Eight of Swords is coming over. So toxic energy. A lot of times it's outside of myself, but with the Eight of Swords, it means it's also gone within. It's within you also, so you want to try to clear that. Now, let's say I do nothing, and I'm in this 8 and 9 of Swords energy. Will things get better? Well, I feel like no. Because I feel like what will happen is you will go to the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords becomes a repeat pattern, right? It's dagger after dagger after dagger in the back. Again, it's untrustworthy energy. It's caused you to really put these walls around you. It's like the universe is saying, but there's so much coming towards you. I'm not even going to make a big deal about this because I feel like I know Libra and I know you guys can clear this energy. I already know it. But that's why it's here. Holy cow, what a reading. You know, yes, there's some obstacles and that is life, right? That is life. But I feel like this is learning how to close what doors aren't serving you any longer. And then allow what wants to come in to come in. Don't be fearful of it. Be the Empress. Use her, like, you know, you already are the Empress. It's just reaching that vibration of trusting in my own energy. I don't need to create walls because the Empress has a natural protection, you know, or a natural energy wall, let's say. And if anything comes into that energy field, it's going to set off her alarm system. And she is wise enough to know it now. Like, I can see the 7 of Swords, you know, these untrustworthy people. I can see it. I can feel it. I know it. Right? So she would instantly know it and would turn that down. So I don't feel like you have to fear what wants to come in for you. And listen, I feel like it's a little bit of everything. I feel this is about a great potential in your finances, like a job offer, an opportunity comes your way. I feel like it's really going to fulfill you, and then I feel like it's going to fulfill the family. Again, I may have to start at the ace, but I feel like the potential going to that 10 of Pentacles can happen quickly. And in some of you, yes, it is also love. And it's a soulmate love. So this is the house of harmony, and this is the house of abundance. This is a stable home. This is a loving home. You combine them together, it's like, what else do I want? What else do I need? Especially with the 2 of Cups right next to it. Wow. I feel like we just covered everything. All right, let's go ahead and read, let's read sobriety. I feel like it's pretty clear what it means, but, and listen, it's not just talking about, well, let's just read. Mother Mary supports your intention to have a chemical-free lifestyle. She can guide your detoxification process and support you in choosing sobriety, one day at a time. A clear and sober mind is better able to concentrate during meditation and prayers, in the same way that a sober driver can better steer an automobile in a straight line. Your prayers for help in this regard can also reduce or even eliminate cravings for an unhealthful substance, so the sobriety is a pleasant and peaceful choice. I often have a hard time with that because I think, well, I guess. Okay. Mother Mary's love will give you the feelings of comfort, bliss, and love that you once sought through substance. Okay. Patience. I feel like the days of patience are coming to an end, though, because I feel like everything is moving so quickly towards you. Maybe you've been patiently waiting. All right. God's timing is Let me start over. God's timing is perfect, as this card reminds you. When you pray for help, that request is heard and answered. If your prayer involves other people, their free will decisions influence the timing of the outcome. Heaven knows this and devises ingenious solutions that arrive at exactly the right moment. You receive this card as a reminder to have patience with God's plans and solutions. If you try to control, force, or push your own agenda, you may miss out on an infinitely better alternative. Ask Mother Mary to help you demonstrate her infinite patience and trust in God's timing. Amen. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So good to be back on the channel again, even though I really loved posting on Jennifer's channel too. And I'm going to continue posting on her channel, and I'm going to allow her to post on here. So if you haven't already subscribed to your channel, do that if you're interested in that. We're going to do some collaborations. I have a lot of things in the works, and this is the year. But anyways, look at this, guys. Look at this. It all starts with the ace. All these aces. But then where it has the potential of landing. I just feel like there are days coming where you're just going to be like, you know what? I love my life. And maybe you haven't said that in a while. But I feel like that time is coming. Please put down any walls or fear. I want to beg you, because don't think that can't, and I hate to keep saying the word block your opportunities, but think about it. How could it not, right? If I'm in a fearful state about taking chances to the point of the 9 of Swords, right? then I'm going to overthink it, and I may say no to something that maybe potentially I should have said yes to. Now, I feel like if it's a person, they'll come back around. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to put all this weight on your shoulders, because I feel like if it is a person, and if they really are that loving and they are coming in the light, then they may help in that area. But I feel like the more that you can clear that energy from yourself, first of all, it just naturally raises your vibration, and then what comes back to you must match. All right, I'm going to stop talking. I love you guys. I thank you. Thank you for hanging in there with me during this time period. It's been hell for sure, but you know, we're on the other end of it now, so we're back in the light. I love you guys. I'll see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.